they will call back that third blocker to sit. And so, yeah, Dallas will have up to 3 skaters off. Now we only have the 2.
Number 585, Rad for Pittsburgh, called for a multiplayer box into the penalty box. Bigfoot jamming for Pittsburgh does have lead, but is caught back up again from the pack. So while they've made their initial pass, they are stuck.
And with Heartful Metal out of the pack and approaching again to score some points, distinctly possible that Bigfoot calls it. But again, that small motion is not as easy to catch and can sometimes lead to points being picked up by the other team.
It is interesting what jammers choose as their call-off motion. Some are very exaggerated, others very subtle, like Bigfoot.
Yeah, you typically see the exaggerated ones being picked up by the skating crew much more easily.
Yeah, there was a chance there that the officials would not have noticed, and Dallas could have picked up 1 or 2 points based on momentum, but they did see it in time.
Indeed.
Payback jamming for Pittsburgh, the dude for Dallas. We have an official timeout.
I think this might be to clean up that penalty, that third penalty. I could be mistaken here.
Our jammer line is sponsored by Hopkins Enterprises. Hopkins Enterprises sponsors our jammer line.
All right, going into Jam 8 here, we've got Payback and the Dude, which I believe, Bruce, you already mentioned.
It's worth re-mentioning, though.
Absolutely. After a timeout, yeah, we all forget things. The Dude trying an apex jump to clear the pack is knocked down by number 9, Pit Bulldozer, living up to the name. Payback stuck in the back of the pack against the Dallas wall. And the Dude doing the same up front against Pittsburgh. As the packs stretch out, we see G.I. Joel quickly jump back to bridge them. Again, always heads-up play at this high level.
Both jammers still stuck behind the respective defenses. No one finding the space to get through.
But as soon as any announcer mentions that, we typically see somebody break through. Today it didn't happen.
Some very impressive defense from number 47, Mike Honcho, there to keep the Dude behind the pack. And the Dude does find space, and lead is Dallas's for at least the next 50 seconds.
The Dude with a big apex jump on turn 2, scoring 4 points. Payback still stuck behind that Dallas defense. Number 4 on Dallas, Sharpie Markham, holding back. Star pass to number 9, Pit Bulldozer, puts on the star cover, and jam is called off. It's another 4 points for Dallas, taking them to 117 against Pittsburgh's 77, a 40-point difference.
Just over 17 minutes left to play in the second half here of Game 6. So there's still plenty of derby left. There is opportunity for Pittsburgh, but they need to capitalize on Dallas's mistakes, or they need to step their defense up and keep the Dallas Jammers behind.
It is worth noting that both of these teams, regardless of the outcome of this game, are still live for the Champs Invite. The winner of this game gets to skip all the way until Game 12 at 5 p.m. tomorrow, but the loser does have another chance. Game 9 they'd have to win at 11 to then play in Game 11 tomorrow at 3 p.m. So it's a long way if you lose this game, but still possible, not out of contention. Dangle Sauce is our lead jammer in this jam, and Soccer Blue receives a penalty, giving Power Jam to Pittsburgh.
This is the opportunity that Pittsburgh needs to bridge this gap. Let's see what they can do with the next 30 seconds here. Dangle Sauce knocked out of bounds, cycled back. Nice tripod from Dallas. Sparks with a big shoulder. Dangle Sauce looks a little shaken by that hit. Calls the jam off, but they will have a power start when the whistle blows again. So Ohmrecker will be the only star out on the track when play begins. An official timeout. I'm wondering if that has anything to do with that hit. That was a pretty big hit.
It did look like there might have been some tripping, some accidentals. Everything is really hard to see from where we sit, and I expect that the ref crew has a much better view than we do.
I would certainly hope so.
Indeed. But without an official review being called by Pittsburgh, I expect that that what I caught might have been mistaken. And while we're here, let me take a moment to talk about our penalty box sponsor, the VFW Post 6859 in Portland, Maine. They bring together with its auxiliary is dedicated to providing support and assistance to United States veterans of overseas conflicts. As the largest active veterans of foreign war posts in southern Maine, with over 650 members, we strive to create a strong community of veterans and their families to ensure their well-being. They have a full-service lounge with a free pool, darts, and popcorn, function hall that can hold over 120 people, and an outdoor deck seating for our members and guests in an all non-smoking environment. Visit them online at vfwportland.org.
I've been to that VFW, and they make some really good grilled cheeses. So if you're in Portland and want to stop by and get a grilled cheese, I would highly recommend it.
I love grilled cheeses. I might have to do this. Ohmrecker starting off with this power jam. Both packs up a little bit further from the jam line than typical. Pittsburgh trying to hold back a Dallas blocker to ensure that the pack is in the back, so that as Ohmrecker pushes the front forward, they are out of play as the pack is in the back. So some really heads-up play as always. Soccer Blue out of the box and trying to make their way through. And lead awarded to Soccer Blue out of the penalty box. Ohmrecker nearly pushing through, but is knocked out of bounds.
Soccer Blue back around again, trying to add points for Dallas. Knocked to their knees, back up on 8 wheels. The Pittsburgh tripod doing its job right now, keeping Soccer Blue behind. A little bit of offense there for Dallas, trying to create a space for Soccer Blue, but that little action seems to have caught the anger of the refs.
Quadzilla LK just now, as a pivot, to block more efficiently apex jumps so they could get to the front of the pack.
Three points for Dallas on that last jam, bringing them up to 120. Pittsburgh 84. So that is 36 points.
Ohmrecker received a penalty at the end of that jam. So Lady Tally will start off on a power jam for Dallas Derby Devils.
Another official timeout.
I have a fun fact during this one. Lady Tally and Tally, as you may have noticed, have very similar names. They are a couple, and if you've got very sharp eyes, you may note that they have each one of them a left and a right white and black skate. I learned that they actually have the same shoe size, and they just bought 2 pairs of skates and swapped one each. There's your fun fact for the day, folks.
That is a fun fact. I like that fact.
I will say, I've seen fewer on-the-line dance parties in this tournament than I typically do during official reviews and such.
I do think there's no DJ in-house, and that does, it's a vibe when there's a DJ, and I like that vibe. This is a very serious tournament, and I understand it's not really for the party, but a little music wouldn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, no, we could make the music, but we are on stream, and I don't want to get us demonetized. Happy Birthday is license free, right?
That is the only one I'm sure of, yes.
All right, jam starts. Lady Tally trying to blast through. 3 players in the box in total, 2 for Dallas, 1 for Pittsburgh. Some big hits from 808. And Lady Tally struggling to get through this pack.
That defensive wall for Pittsburgh of Jackson, Defunk, and Brutal is very formidable, and they're keeping Lady Tally behind so far. She did initially get out and get lead, but cycled back. She is now back behind the pack, even though she is lead. So no scoring will happen on this pass. This is she has to redo her work to come back around.
But is able to get through the pack and start scoring, hopefully. Looks like there was a star pass to number 202 to Funk. Let's see how Lady Tally plays this. Whether we call it off immediately to prevent points and Pittsburgh catching up.
Choosing to let it go, let it ride. Lady Tally trying to use shoulder speed, shoulder power. Ping-ponging off the Pittsburgh defense. Does find the space around the outside of turn 3 and picks up 4 points.
Dallas down 2 blockers, and Defunk able to make it through for their 4 points. Big hit knocks Lady Tally out on the outside of turn 4. Bench staff for Dallas asking to call off the jam. Lady Tally waits until Defunk approaches the pack, trying to run down the clock on the 2 penalties for Dallas in the box presently.
Just over 11 minutes left to play in the second half. Pittsburgh is running out of time to bridge this gap here. 88 for Pittsburgh, Dallas 127.
Still only 39, I think, quick maths. So the gap has stayed pretty consistent throughout. And here we see Bigfoot trying to blow through towards the front of the pack, fighting off with G.I. Joel. Unfortunately for Pittsburgh, Heart Full Metal able to break through, pick up lead. Both jammers out of the pack, ready to score some points. Heart Full Metal up front, though. Takes the 4 points, calls the jam. And Bigfoot with 1 point, at least, on that pass.
Yeah, Dallas has really figured him out. They're able to keep him behind. His youth and speed is no match for age and treachery.
That feels like a quote out of some like Steinbeck or some historical literature. I've never read any Steinbeck. I'm so sorry.
Zora jamming for Pittsburgh. The dude for Dallas. The dude finding space around the outside of turn 1 takes the lead for Dallas. Zora still stuck behind the pack, working hard. 2 to beat. Oh, now back behind all 4. Dude coming back around again. Able to score. Knocked out of bounds. Dude re-entering behind the pack. Knocked out again. Ooh, pile up.
The dude able to swing by the Pittsburgh blockers and make 4 points. Zora able to break through the pack finally, and on their initial pass, start scoring some points. The dude says no, however, and calls the jam off. Total of 7 points on that pass. 8 minutes 43 remaining. Pittsburgh 89 to Dallas Derby Devils 138.
The lead is stretching for Dallas. They shouldn't feel completely comfortable yet, but they are. I bet they are starting to feel comfortable with what they've done so far.
Indeed, we may see them start to try to run the clock down, and here we indeed see Lady Tally simply playing some jammer-on-jammer defense, although that seemed to have backfired as Bigfoot is now the lead jammer. Star pass to number 23, Quadzilla LK on the Dallas Derby Devils. Quadzilla out of the pack. Bigfoot through, scoring 4 points, and calls off the jam. Perhaps not soon enough. Let's see if Quadzilla was able to score, and he did indeed score 1 point to Bigfoot's 3 for a 2-point positive for Pittsburgh.
So Bigfoot, it looked like Bigfoot changing strategies a little bit on that last jam, trying to force his way up the middle rather than tiptoeing around the outside, and that did work for a short time. So maybe we'll see a strategy change from that jammer line going forward. I wonder if that strategy is coming a little bit too late. Dangle Sauce jamming for Pittsburgh. Wombo combo out there for Dallas. Wombo combo finding the space around the inside of turn one very early. Takes lead for Dallas. Dangle Sauce a little hop, skip, and a jump. Makes their initial pass, coming back around again, now eligible to score.
You know, as I watch, especially Wombo combo skate, I'm wondering if perhaps Dallas's use of the inside and outside lanes so comfortably is why their blockers are so skilled at preventing Bigfoot from taking either of those lanes.
It does seem to be part of their game plan, is to open up the outside lanes for their jammers and to close them for Pittsburgh, and it's working. It's working very well for them so far. Pittsburgh 92, Dallas 143. Defunct jamming for Pittsburgh. Heartful Metal back out for Dallas. A little spin move from Heartful Metal. Still stuck behind the tripod of Pittsburgh. Knocked out of bounds. Defunct, 2 to beat up front, trying to force his way through. Does find the space. And Defunct is our lead jammer.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this might be Defunct's first time out as jammer. And if it is, also a 100% lead jam rate.
That's right. A little different of a different stat. I know Defunct has gotten a star pass during this game, but I think starting as jammer, this is his first time wearing the star to begin the jam.
Absolutely, and Quadzilla receiving another star pass there, making out of the pack, approaching, and Defunct wisely calls it off after scoring 4 points for Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh 96, Dallas 143. 47 points between these two teams. 5 minutes and 20-odd seconds left to play. Not a lot of time left for Pittsburgh. If they're going to do something, they need to do it now.
Payback on the Undead going up against the Dude for Dallas Derby Devils. Payback near the front of the pack and the Dude near the rear. See if Payback can push his way through, start scoring some points for the Undead. Knocked out on the outside by Juicebox. And stuck behind a full tripod as the Dude nearly makes a apex jump to catch lead, but is knocked down and recycled.
And Payback breaking through the wall of Sparks, taking lead for Pittsburgh, and coming back around again. Quick 4 points for Pittsburgh. Is this the momentum that they've been waiting for? Let's see how they can take advantage of this. Pittsburgh now crossing the century mark. So 6 points for Pittsburgh there. Pittsburgh 102. Am I seeing that Dallas also got 2 there? I'm seeing a 2 held up, but it's not showing up on the scoreboard. Nope, that was for Pittsburgh.
And with Dallas with a blocker 30 full seconds in the bin, see if Bigfoot can use that to his advantage to break through, start scoring some more points. Bigfoot, of course, jamming against Lady Tally for Dallas.
Dallas has called a timeout. So just a reminder, this is game 6 of 12. We are only halfway through this tournament. We'll be skating probably until almost 9 o'clock tonight, and then we'll be back at it bright and early, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Our 7 p.m. game is the Junior Roller Derby Association Exposition game. So this is our youths, our kids coming in and playing, and their skill level is already very high, and you can see that evident when you have the aged out juniors coming into MRDA like Bigfoot, who are already leaps and bounds above where others are. And Bigfoot, quick cut to the inside.
Able to stay upright, only 1 point of contact out of bounds, and as such able to hop back in and catch lead jammer. Really impressive.
That's what he had been doing in the previous games, and that's what he hasn't been able to do so far. So quick 4 points for Bigfoot already. It is now a foot race between him and Quadzilla. Quadzilla, making their initial pass, is able to score, but Bigfoot calls off the jam.
Oh no, Bigfoot looks to have received a back block penalty near the end of that, right as he was calling it off. So unfortunately, the Undead will be starting at a deficit, with Dallas enjoying this power jam. Wombo Combo taking the star.
That could not have come at a worse time for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh needs all the momentum and all the points they can get. And with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left.
Zora calling an official review for the Undead. I expect that they're going to fight this ruling to hopefully try to get Bigfoot out of the box so that they can feel the jammer.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good use of that official review. Even if unsuccessful, it stops the clock and puts some time back on Pittsburgh's schedule here, try to get some more points before the last whistle.
Absolutely. Honestly, even just the breather that they're about to receive as well.
We do have a couple players that are in foul trouble. Number 4 for Dallas, Sharpie Markham, has 5 penalties, and number 99 Sparks has 6. So if for those who are not familiar, if you get 7 penalties in any one roller derby game, you do foul out and you're no longer able to participate. So I know there's only 2 minutes and 45 seconds left, but that is not something you want to have happen. And it is both Dallas players that are in trouble right now. That might be a factor for the rest of our time here. It might not matter.
Yeah, we have seen Sparks especially, I think, with some really big hits, some big impactful defensive plays. So sometimes I feel those are so visible that penalties that may have not been caught even by a super skilled ref crew are much easier to spot when you've got skaters flying through the air.
So, Big, you were correct. That official review is challenging the back block call on Bigfoot on the Pittsburgh jammer. So the officials are discussing it right now. If there is evidence for or against, they will let us know. And if they reverse their ruling, Pittsburgh will maintain their challenge, and they will have an eligible jammer for this jam.
I do not see a ref heading to the penalty box, though, so I'm going to expect that that stands.
And we just got official word. The call is upheld. Bigfoot will remain in the box to start this next jam. This will be a power start for Dallas with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to play. So Bigfoot will be the Pittsburgh jammer. Pittsburgh loses their challenge, has 1 timeout left.
Dallas in offensive position with Wombo Combo. Fast-moving pack already off the start. Pittsburgh trying to prevent Dallas from getting that lead unsuccessfully. Wombo Combo able to break through and leisurely spinning around the track. Feels like
able to stay in bounds there on his toe stops. That was very impressive for Wombo Combo. Another 4 points for Dallas.
Feels like with this lead, Wombo Combo might just let the clock run, might just have a full 2-minute jam, even if Bigfoot pushes through. The lead feels strong enough right now that they're really just trying to run out the clock. And I'm wrong. I can be wrong a lot.
So we have 1 minute and 50 seconds left on a running clock. Pittsburgh does have a timeout left. We'll have at least 1 more jam, probably 2. And sometimes that's all it takes. This is still not an insurmountable lead, but they are running out of time.
Dangle Sauce going up as jammer for Pittsburgh with Heartful Metal for Dallas. Pittsburgh has their pivot in the bin presently, so Dangle has no support if he does not want to be the jammer anymore.
Heartful Metal found a gap, but it closed very quickly, and he's still behind the pack. Dangle Sauce out fast is our lead jammer, but now Heartful Metal has been released. This is each jammer coming back around again to score. I think Dangle Sauce has to let this go. And he does. Dangle Sauce coming back around again, trying to find another 4 points. I think number 68. Yep, number 68 called for a backlog immediately after being released from the penalty box.
Dangle Sauce does call it off. We've got 35 seconds left in this half. And there is an official timeout, so the period clock will stop.
So we'll get 1 more jam, which will be our deciding factor. Pittsburgh 111, Dallas 160. So 49 points. It would take a very speedy skater with very little resistance on the Pittsburgh side to make up that difference.
I wonder if our producer can tell us the record number of points scored in a jam for MRDA.
Do you know what the record is for a jam for MRDA?
I'll Google it and post it on Facebook afterwards. Because I don't think it's impossible. I think it's implausible, but I do believe it's possible. If we figure 27-5, which used to be one of the benchmarks you had to pass to make it to contact for skating, for at least for WFTDA, that's a rate of 5 laps per minute, so 10 laps, that's 40 points.
That's true. That is true. And some of these skaters are very speedy, and that's just the minimum to be released. So who knows?
And Bigfoot, young, fast, you know?
Yeah.
Not impossible.
I don't think Dallas is going to let him get away with anything. They're going to put everything they have into this last jam to maintain this lead, and if they are victorious, they'll get a big long break from here until game 12 tomorrow afternoon.
And as happens frequently, the swoopy whistle meant to say, hey, pay attention, we're about to start Derby, not we're starting Derby, does cause our skaters to jump and want to go. But here we go, Bigfoot against the dude in what could be our last jam of this game. Bigfoot out fast and making lead jammer.
Yeah, finds the space around the outside of the front straight, coming back around again. Apex jump. Does he stay in bounds? No, he doesn't. Circled back.
I did hear a penalty there, too. I'm not sure who it was on.
Number 172, Jackson, called for a forearm.
That is a penalty on number 99 for Dallas as well, which means he is fouled out and will not be returning to the track this jam.
Well, for the rest of the game, but the clock has expired, so he fouled out at the last possible second. Penalties all around this last jam.
I mean, if you're going to get him, may as well get him now, right?
Oh, and Bigfoot called for a track cut, sent to the penalty box. We now have a power jam for Dallas. I think this might be the period at the end of this sentence. Dallas will come away with this, with the W, and will proceed to Game 12 tomorrow.
Now, our teams are still going to skate hard and try to accumulate as many points as they can. As for the rankings, the actual spread between the two teams does matter. So we're not going to see either team giving up by any means.
No, not at all. But no lead jammer with Bigfoot going to the penalty box. So this will go the full 2 minutes. And Bigfoot called for another track cut. Again, Dallas just very good at keeping him from using those inside and outside lines, knocking Bigfoot out at any opportunity. Another 4 points for Dallas. Big last jam for the dude. Our unofficial scores: Pittsburgh Roller Derby 113, Dallas Derby Devils 176. Dallas will advance to Game 12. Pittsburgh does have another opportunity. This is a double elimination tournament, so they will play again, and they're not out. They do have a chance to make it to the finals. It's just a tougher road for them now.
But it's distinctly possible that Bigfoot's special magic, along with Dangle Sauce, strong jammers both. Maybe they'll just run into different defenses in the future games and be able to defeat and continue to move on.
It may be a situation where we see these two teams meet again in Game 12. But for now, I am Bruce Willis.
And I am Big.
Thank you for watching Roller Derby with us. See you soon.
Are you good? It will. We are here at NAQ. Game number 6 finished. Winning their game, Yahala Roller Derby. First year in the MRDA. How's that feel? No, that's amazing. Like, I was saying to everybody, I'm like, this is the first year, and then to be in postseason and, one more step away to go to champs. What's going to be your mindset going into the next game? Hello, can you hear us? Okay, can we hear us? But, no. Uh-oh. Yeah, so here, we'll just do back and forth. Okay, so what's your mindset going into the next game here?
Our mindset pretty much this entire weekend has been to stay calm, to play our game. We like pretty controlled derby. We like to keep it slow. And so as long as we can keep our heads in a good position mentally, I think we've got the strength and the skill to be able to pull it off. We just kind of have to keep our heads about us.
So what's it like being on the track as teammates and a couple?
I love it. It's fantastic. I love being able to go out there with her because I still get to play against her at our home team. And that's even more fun.
So I don't know if y'all noticed, but their skates, we've got one black skate, one white skate. Luckily, these two wear the same shoe size. How did you come up with the idea of repping each other on the track?
You gonna take this one?
I will, yeah. So he bought the white skates and I bought the black skates. And mine came in about 3 weeks after his, and he was like, hey, can I have one of your skates? And I was like, sure. That was it.
I did not expect her to say yes.
So the other burning question, Big, what was your question for the tallies?
So the question that I have, you both have braids. They look great. Which one of you does them?
Well, it's going to be her that does them because in our vows, she said that she would do my braid as long as I had long hair. So I hold her to it every game. Maybe we'll do pictures.
Sure, absolutely. It might be a little bit difficult, but
Yeah, what I'm here for.
So we're going to go buy bundles of hair and glue them on for Biggs, and you can braid his hair. So what's going to be the game plan walking out of here, the successor with a qualifier? What's the plan to prepare for champs?
I mean, we just kind of got to double down on what we've been doing. We've been working really hard all season. I think it shows that we've been working really hard all season, and we just kind of keep playing our game. Got to step it up a little bit more.
And if you make it to the big show, who's the team you want to play the most at champs?
You know what? If you want to win, you got to play everybody. So I don't have a one that I want to pick. You just got to take them all on and get out there, play our game, Texas Derby, and we'll do our results work for themselves. Show them.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Tally and Lady Tally, for joining us. Good luck. We can't wait to see the next one. It's been awesome watching you all play. So, fantastic. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Lady Tally's husband.
Oh, Lady Tally and Lady Tally's husband.
Well, he's Lady Tally's husband.
Well, you did really well. So, and Lady Tally's husband, you did pretty darn good, too. Well, thank you again. I'm Pinky Donchadero with Big. We're going to head up, and we've got one more game today. We've got Philadelphia Hooligans up against Toronto Mixed Roller Derby, and then we're going to watch the junior exhibition bout, the future of a roller derby right here in this house, showing us what's to come. So we'll see you in a little bit. Bye.